Hello, this is Hammering the Premier League. My name is Jack, and this is my co-host, Charlie. We've got an exciting episode arranged for you today, so just put your feet up, relax, and enjoy. So, welcome to episode 3 already of Hammering the Premier League. This episode, we're going to talk about transfer developments and see who takes the lead as Chaz challenges me with this week's game. We also have a little surprise for you, but we're going to have to wait till the end of the episode to find out what that is.
Now, you're probably wondering why there was no episode last week. Well, Jack and myself were both away.
First up, though, I think we should get the Euros out of the way and then go on with the juicy stuff. Charlie, I mean, I know we're a bit late, but we wanted to cover it so that we could tie up all the loose ends. Charlie,
Yes.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I kind of blocked the final out of my mind, like the day after it happened. I watched it with my family and that, and we just couldn't stop complaining about how they were playing. It was painful, I can't lie, and I'm going to say it again, Saka was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Should have been brought off at half time, him and Kane, but it waited too long to make subs, and yeah, kind of paid the price, really. So
I think Kane cost us that, if I'm
100%.
honest.
100%.
Harry Kane lost England the Euros, and I will tell you my reasoning. He comes on the pitch, and you think, oh yeah, or like he'll start, and you think, oh yeah, Harry's starting, that's good. Maybe we can get him to knock a couple goals in, but that just doesn't happen, you know. With Harry Kane, he drops back. He does drop back. He thinks he's a centre back. That's what he thinks he is. And don't get me wrong, he does make good tackles, but leave that up to the centre mids or the defence.
No attacking options.
You're a striker, mate. You need to play like one.
So I do think, I can't remember if I said this in the last episode, but with Kane, it's ever since he joined Bayern Munich, he's just dropped. Like, he's so unfit, it's a joke. Like, because of how intense the Premier League is, you've got to keep up your fitness. Well, obviously, but like the Bundesliga, nowhere near as intense as the Prem. So he's not as fast, not as strong, not as fit as what he was at Tottenham. And he's just, you can see when he's running, he just can't run. He just can't. He's not.
He's got no
had that
legs
intent. Yeah, his ability is still there, but his physicality just isn't. So.
Yeah. Southgate resigning. I don't think it came as a surprise to many of us. I think we knew that he was on his way out anyway. But I would like to talk about who the next England manager would be. I think realistically, I mean, Eddie Howe is being looked at apparently quite intensely, and he's not ruled it out. In a recent interview, he said something like he's not ruling it out or something along those lines. I think Eddie would be a great fit for the team. Absolutely amazing fit. But I would like to see Jurgen Klopp being offered for the job, actually. Because he said he wanted a new challenge. I mean, some of our players are Liverpool players. I mean, you've got Alexander-Arnold and no one else. But you know what I mean? Like, I think he could make it work. He's got a better chance of us winning because he does play attacking football, Jurgen Klopp. I mean, he might not have been able to get the Prem last season, but you know, he's still a great manager, and I'd take him over. Who's the other bloke that we were looking at?
Southgate.
No,
not Southgate.
Yeah, Potts.
That's it. Potter, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but we both didn't really sleep well last night, so. Charlie, what do you think about managers?
I mean, I've always thought I'd rather have an English manager because, say, it was Klopp came up against Germany in the final of the Euros. I don't know if I can trust that he would be fine, like aiming to beat his home country. But I know it's their job. But I mean, obviously, I don't know what I mean. It might differ depending on the manager. But I mean, personally, I'd like an English manager.
Yeah, but
But
I mean, realistically, there aren't really any good English managers.
yeah, no, that's the thing. I mean, an English manager's never won the Prem. So, like, Eddie Howe, he'd probably be the best one to have. But then again, he's doing really well at Newcastle. So unless he takes the England job as an addition to to the Newcastle job,
I can't see it happening, but
he might. I mean, being a national team manager, there's not much. Not that there's not much to it, but it's like you're not. When you're a Premier League manager, you're always on the job.
yeah,
Whereas when you're a national team manager, you're only really like obviously every 2 years you got a major international tournament. But I mean, other than that, every day you're not with the players, are you?
yeah. I mean, I guess it does kind of depend on what national team you choose, because if you choose one of the African teams, then in January every couple of years you got the what's it?
African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
So you can't really. You're either going to have to get your assistant manager to play either to manage your Prem team or your national team. And I think
that's a good point.
You just got to be careful about which team you choose, because obviously if you do national teams like England or Germany or any of them, because they start the tournaments after the season. So yeah, I think. Yeah, but we don't want to stay on this subject too long. Like I said, it happened a couple of weeks ago. I think most of us have moved on now. It's just heartbreak all over again, really. Right, this is our transfer segment. We've got quite a bit of news today. Over the past couple of weeks, really, it's just been ramping up. Chaz, do you want to start us off?
West Ham are eyeing up a move for Manchester United defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's been marked with a £15 million price tag, with the defender reportedly keen on the move. I
think
he'd be solid. Yeah. I think he'd be very solid. He's very physical as well, which I think we need a bit of physicality. I mean, we are. I say we're not a very physical team. We do have a few strong players here and there, like Alvarez, like Mavropanos. But I mean, our fullbacks, they're not the biggest, are they? Soufal can put up a fight, but if he came up against someone like, I don't know, Kai Havertz. Havertz is a lot bigger than him, so there's more of a chance than like Havertz getting past him. Whereas with Wan-Bissaka, he can hold his ground. He's very fast as well. Actually, he's fast and strong.
He's very fast.
That's a few good qualities to have. So I personally think he'd be really good. 15 million.
I think he would be good. But I would like to see him in the shirt. I really would.
Yeah.
I do want to bring up something, like you said, Soufal. I have mixed feelings about Soufal, because don't get me wrong, you can rely on him. So he's very reliable, but he's not always consistent in good performances. He's reliable. He'll get the job done, but sometimes it's a bit on the sloppy side. And there is always, the concern of age. He's 30, going on 31. So, but that does bring us to another transfer news later on. Do you want to do that now, Chaz? Just because we're on the topic of right backs.
Oh, yeah. We're also apparently in talks to sign Southampton defender Kyle Walker-Peters for 20 million as an alternative to Wan-Bissaka. I think either one we get is going to be class.
I'd like Soufal to go, and then we get both of them. That's what I would like to happen. Because they're both young. Wan-Bissaka is what, 26. Kyle Walker-Peters is around the same age, I believe.
Maybe he might be a bit younger.
Bit younger, yeah, but they're not that far apart, you know. And that is really good for rotation.
He's 27. Walker-Peters.
Okay. Well, you know, still good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna move off the topic of right backs because I don't really think there's much discussion there. But here's something we can talk about. West Ham have offered 15 million for the French legend N'Golo Kante, and Al Ittihad, sorry, have responded by rejecting the offer. They've since named the price for Kante, which is believed to be around 33 million. But my personal thoughts is, I think that's a bit too much for how old is he? 34-year-old? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's had a great season, but how long are we going to, how many seasons are we going to get out of him? You know, and then you got to think about how much are we going to sell him for? Or are we just going to let his contract run out? You know, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, like you said, he's going to be 34 in March. He is aging, but at the same time, he is world class. Obviously, he won the Premier League with Leicester and Leicester and Chelsea. He's won the World Cup. I don't think he was in the Euro squad in 2016. He might have been, but I can't remember. Obviously, he played every game of the Euros this summer and done really well. I think he would be a very good defender. Sorry, sleep deprived. I think he would be a very good player, but at the same time, I think 33 million for a 33-year-old, sorry, is, like you said, a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it happening. I mean, it's obviously not a move that Steiden would recommend because, you know, we know that Steiden likes, you know, the younger side of players such as Guilherme and Paqueta. You know, I don't actually think Steiden has recommended anyone above the age of 28, 29. So clearly this is something that Lopetegui has decided that he wants to bring in. But another place where we're lacking on players is up front, Charlie.
Yeah, Brentford have named price for Ivan Toney, which is believed to be around 50 million. It was 80 million before, but they did drop it to 50 because of lack of interest, apparently. But we've been linked with Toney for a while, and obviously since the Euros, I think he played very well at the Euros. He didn't really play that. He didn't play a lot, but I think what he did play, he played really well. So, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really have to play a lot to know that he was probably one of the best in the team. I have thought of Tony for a while now. To be honest, he is a great player.
Yeah,
I would have liked to bring him in a bit sooner, but obviously with his ban, you know, you got to look at the side of, well, he was good before. Is he still going to be good? 8 months of not playing competitive matches, or any matches at all, really. So, you know, there's always a risk when it comes to that. But if you look at what he's been doing, the performance he's been putting in, he's just been absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Right, next thing, this might tee you up, so I'd say reach for the tissues. Flynn Downs has moved from West Ham to Southampton for a fee of 18 million, which I think is a shame, as many fans thought he had a future at West Ham. In a goodbye message, he wrote, "Any footballer wants to play week in, week out, and it is obvious I found regular minutes difficult to come by. That's football at the end of the day. I don't harbour any bitterness. It was simply time for me to move on to another great club in Southampton to continue my footballing journey. Got some great words. He's a solid young man. He is.
Yeah,
I think.
I really liked Downs.
Yeah, so did I. I think it's just another career that was ruined by David Moyes. To be honest, I mean, we've already talked about the likes of Mubama, Johnson. Now it's Flynn Downs. Like, he had a great season at Southampton, and I don't blame him for paying 18 million for him. So
He was. I might be wrong here, but I think he was named their player of the season.
yeah,
For Southampton, and I mean, I really thought he was a great player, but like you said, another one of our players, young players that David Moyes has had no interest in, and just binned him off basically,
yeah.
which is a shame because he was good.
Yeah, he was. He was very good, and I would have liked to see him play more in the shirt. But stuff happens, and we have to move on. And Aston Villa are going to have to move on from John Duran, as he is expected to tell them he wants to leave for West Ham, as Lopetegui has promised him first team football. I think Duran is a great player. I think he'd fit into the squad really well. He's young. He fills the role of striker. With reports of Danny Ings, or us looking to move Danny Ings on, I think that would fill a gap that we've been looking for a while. And I think so would Tony, to be honest. I think Antonio is a great player, don't get me wrong. He's been fantastic for the club. He's got the most goals in the Prem for us. But I think it's that time where he needs to sort of move to the side and maybe come on as an impact sub. Whereas Ivan Toney can start, and we can bring in Duran to kind of develop him a bit, and then maybe we can either keep him or we can sell him on for quite a bit of money. I think that'd be a quality transfer for both him and us.
Yeah, I think it would. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really know much about Duran. I haven't really seen him play much because obviously it's been overshadowed by Watkins, Aston Villa. But from what you've told me and from what I have read, he does seem like he'd be a pretty good signing. And obviously we do need an out-and-out striker, which he is. So I think, like you said, for both the team and the player, great signing, I think it'd be.
That concludes our transfer segment for this week. Right, on to the next segment. New West Ham kits. West Ham dropped the kits on the 3rd and the 8th of July, and we're still waiting for the 3rd kit to be dropped. I really like the kit. I think the way that we've done the badge and everything else looks just incredible. But I know a lot of people have kind of said that they don't like it and they just want to move on. But the QuickBooks, the massive green QuickBooks sponsor on the side, I think that is so ugly. I think whoever's done that, I think they should probably be fired, to be honest, because that is outrageous. But I mean, a lot of people have been talking about it, and I think people are kind of getting fed up of people saying the same thing over and over again. So I don't really want to stay on the subject of the sponsor for too long.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the kit, I love what they've done with the badges. The Umbro badge, which obviously, I mean, it's Umbro that changed their badge, and I think it looks quite nice. But what we've done on the home kit with obviously the club logo, I just love the colours. I love how the hammers is claret. The background is sky blue. I think it looks really nice, honestly. And obviously the away kit as well. I love an all black kit, but if you look at the kit, it has like what's it called? Silhouette of like buildings, and I'm not too sure what they. I mean, they probably said when the club released the kits, they probably said what they were, but I didn't see it. But it looks like it could have something to do with the bowling ground. Because, I mean, obviously, in recent years we've been basing our kits off of our history. And again, I love what they've done with the cuffs, with the half claret, and the logo, the all black with the claret outline. I think that looks sick. So nice. And I'm honestly excited to see what the third kit's like. So if it's anything like the first two, then I think it'll be class. I think it'll be class.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the third kit. I think I'm actually quite excited to see what colour we do. I wouldn't be surprised if we did like a dark blue, but do you know what? This is a very unpopular opinion. I would like to see a West Ham yellow kit.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I was just thinking that.
I think
I was
yellow
about
kit.
to say I think a yellow kit would look good.
Yeah, it would look incredible. I think I hope that is what we do, but you know, it's West Ham. We probably won't. We'll probably go for the normal dark blue ish thing. But on to new things. There's the new Premier League 24-25 season football has been released. It's called the Nike Flight. It's a white ball. If you haven't seen it already, it's a white ball with neon yellow and a purple design. I'll see if I can put a picture up on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. I quite like it.
Yeah,
I think,
so do I.
Yeah, it's a very sleek design.
Apparently, it will. Well, not apparently, it will be first used, obviously, in the Man United Fulham game on the 16th of August. I genuinely think it's really nice.
Yeah, I think it is. It's better, much better than last year's or last
season.
season.
Yeah, last year's did look a bit. I mean, they've got a comparison picture here on this website I'm looking at, and
we'll put that up on the screen as well if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, it just looks like it's covered in autumn leaves. Last year's ball, whereas this year I love the. I don't even know. I can't even put it into words. Like, it looks very clean, and that's what I love about a football that looks very clean.
Yeah, very sleek. That's the word that I'd use.
Yeah, that's the word. Sleek.
Yeah. Now this isn't on the script, Charlie, but I would like to talk about the friendlies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So obviously, the first game 2-2. And I know I shouldn't be looking at it as the results, but the performance of each player. I think Kudus. Oh, wow. What a player. He's just the two friendlies that we've done so far. He's just gone up in my book so much. And if you look at the interviews, he's saying he is so happy because he's talking about Lopetegui and he's saying that he's told me I can do whatever I want. I'm free with the ball. And I think is good. So just. He's incredible. He's actually incredible. He's a great player, Kudus, and I'm so glad that we managed to get him. But then, obviously, when you think about it like this, if we don't get a really good place next season, so I'm talking like Europa League, not Conference, but Europa League, I feel like Kudus would then be poached by someone like Man City.
Yeah, probably.
Because obviously, if you're not in Europe for the next year, he's going to want to play in Europe, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if his price tag would be upwards of 85 million.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think he's a quality player. I think I'm going to say he's probably one of the best forwards that we've ever had at West Ham. Which
in recent years, definitely.
Yeah. And I've got so much respect for that man because he is so good. Now,
I mean, looking at the Ferencváros game, which was the first friendly, obviously went 2-0 down at half time. I mean, I watched the first 20 minutes of the game and then stopped because I was out. But Ings apparently scored a free kick.
Yeah, I saw the free kick.
And then
wow,
that's
why we're paying him 100 grand.
90th minute.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I would not justify him scoring a free kick in a friendly.
I'm
Paying
kidding.
him
I'm
100
kidding. I'm
grand a
kidding.
week.
But yeah,
But,
the free kick was really good.
go on. And then against Dagenham and Redbridge, I mean, we never do well in friendlies. I never expect us to do well, but Adam Irving scored,
That
and
goal.
Andy.
Wow.
I was going to say Andy.
The goal he
Again, I
scored.
didn't see it, but
Wow.
yeah, Andy
Outside the
Irving.
box, curled it into the top right corner.
I mean, if I can't lie, Andy Irving. He's what's it called? He was a very subtle signing.
Mm.
Like it wasn't really broadcast that we'd signed him because he was playing for what is their name? I just had it. A team in Belgium. Playing, it might have been Anderlecht. Probably weren't, but we signed him from there. Can't remember how much, and we loaned him straight back to them for the rest of the season. The setup was last season, so he's only just come back from loan.
Yeah.
And apparently, he's a massive West Ham fan.
Is he?
But yeah, we have a habit of signing massive West Ham fans, which is obviously good. But yeah, so I don't really know much about Andy Irving, but I mean, he did play from the report on the game. Apparently, he did play quite well
Yeah.
against Dagenham.
Right. It's everyone's favourite segment of the week. Game segment.
Right.
Charlie, do you wanna?
Yeah. So last week, last episode, Jack, you gave me the hard task of
Oh no.
you gave me the hard task of naming 6 players from the Great Escape season of what was it, 06, 07 or?
Yeah.
And I failed. So that means so far no what's it called? No one has actually beaten the host of the game so far because obviously the first week I beat Jack couldn't win the game, so I got the point, and then obviously the last time out I couldn't beat the game either, so Jack got the point. But this time it's getting personal.
Oh no.
Getting personal.
This is gonna be awful.
So Jack, I have a question for you. Well, I have 2 questions actually. First of all, are you ready?
No.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes. Second question. Wednesday, 1st of November 2023. Do you remember what happened that day?
Oh, is this the game?
Yeah, this is part of the game. No, you obviously know that. Obviously, the the game isn't what happened on that day, but this is just leading into the game.
Oh.
What happened on the 1st November 2023, Wednesday, 7:30 in the evening?
I don't remember. Tell me.
Well, I'll jog your memory. I took you to your first West Ham game.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
West,
Oh no.
West Ham v Arsenal, Carabao Cup. First of all, do you remember the score? Do you remember the score of that
3-1
game?
West Ham.
Yeah.
Great game.
Now the game now. That's that because that was leading up to the game. I want you to name the starting 11 that we put out for that game against the Gunners. Don't have to name the subs because we only made 2 anyway. But the starting 11,
mate.
and you don't get bonus points for this. But if you can remember all the goal scorers as well, that'd be pretty cool. So.
Okay, so
11. You can start with the goalkeeper and go up, or you can
I don't
choose
know.
random positions.
I genuinely. Okay, right.
Also, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong, because then it just kind of narrows it down to what players are left.
Right, okay. I'm going to say Fabianski.
Okay.
Because, cup keeper. Bowen has to have started, right?
Okay.
Soufal or Johnson?
I can't say which one, or if either of them started. That's your call to make.
I'm gonna go Soufal, and
Okay.
then back line. I don't think Zuma played that game, did he?
Can't say, mate. Can't say if he did. Can't say if he did.
Say,
There's no one asking me. You know I'm not going to say.
I don't think Zuma started that game, so I'm gonna say a Gerd.
Okay.
And then, it's either going to be Ogbonna or Mavropanos. I'm going to go Mavropanos.
Okay.
Who would start the cup game out of Emerson and Cresswell? I mean, it was against Arsenal, so he's probably going to play the first team, weren't he? So I'm going to go Emerson.
Okay.
I hate that you're not telling me. Let's say Paqueta.
Okay.
Kudus.
Okay.
If I name a sub instead of a starting 11, what happens?
Well,
Do I lose? Do I lose if I get one wrong?
yeah. Basically.
Oh, come on.
No. Well, you got to get the starting 11, which you've named. No, you got 3 players left, like in the starting 11, because you've named 8 players so far.
Alvarez.
Okay.
I don't. Suchek?
You asking me or telling me?
Telling, I think.
Okay.
And then when was it? 2023.
2023, November.
So we would have still had Benrahma. So I'm gonna go Benrahma.
Okay. Is that final?
Yeah.
So,
no.
if I remember correctly, you said Fabianski.
Yeah.
Wait, do you want me to go one by one, which
Just
are correct?
go one by one. Just go one by
Okay.
one.
So Fabianski,
Did I get
correct.
it? Oh, yes.
Then you said Soufal instead of Johnson,
Oh, no.
which is correct.
Yes. Okay. That was the only one that I wasn't sure about.
But then you also said Zuma didn't play, which he didn't. Mavropanos and a Gerd did. So that's correct.
Okay.
Emerson,
He must
correct
have played.
as well.
Yes. So I've got the whole back line right.
Yep.
Okay.
I won't get your hopes up though, mate.
Oh.
Then you said Suchek and Alvarez.
Surely, right?
I mean, you forgot about Ward Prowse, didn't you, mate?
Oh,
It doesn't matter though because it's still correct.
mate, you scared me. I completely forgot about Ward Prowse.
He came on, so
Oh, flipping heck.
Suchek and Alvarez is correct. You also said Kudos, correct as well.
Yes. Oh my word, have I got it?
Bowen, not instead of Antonio, correct.
Oh, I think I've done it. Have I done it?
Now, Paqueta, also correct,
Yes.
but
No. No.
you said Saeed Benrahma.
No.
Can I remind you, we still had Fornals,
Oh,
but he was on the bench and Benrahma was in the starting 11.
yes! I did it!
Oh.
Yes! Come on! Let's go. Let's go.
I thought that was going to be really. I can't lie. I thought that was going to be difficult. I thought
Let's
Benrahma would be
go.
the only one you didn't get.
Come on.
Oh, can you remember the goal scorers though? This doesn't count to points, but can you remember the goal scorers?
Ben White scored an own goal.
Yeah.
And then Bowen scored at one point.
Yeah.
And Kudus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Judy scored before Bowen did.
Oh, okay. Well, you know.
But yeah.
Oh, I can't believe that.
I mean, it's only the third episode, but first person to beat the host, beat the game.
Oh, I'm well happy about
Oh,
that.
I'm actually proper surprised that you done that. I didn't think you'd remember because your memory's terrible.
Yeah, my memory is terrible. But I think, yeah, I'm actually quite surprised at that. And I can see you going on to the script and changing the score to 2-1 Jack. You know, I mean, not to get ahead of myself, but I feel like I've won it, you know, the whole thing.
It's the third game, man.
Oh, man. That was good.
Right. Yeah.
Should we tell them the surprise now? I mean, how long have we been doing this? 40 minutes, about 40 minutes. So it's a bit of a shorter episode.
Honest, mate.
I think, 39 and a half minutes. So,
we told them it'd be
episode, actually.
We told them it'd be a longer episode, didn't we?
Oh,
It's
dear.
actually shorter than the other two.
Oh, that's not good. Anyway.
No, West Ham need to get a move on and sign some players. Run out of things
I know. And we left a 2-week break. Like,
no, it was a week. It was a week.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Shut up. Just
get on with it.
Oh yeah. Wait. I start. I read it, don't I? Oh wait. No. I say. Do you want to do it? Oh, all right.
No.
Do you want to do it?
Okay. Sure. I can't remember if you even mentioned this at the beginning. Did you even mention this at the beginning of the episode?
I did. Yeah.
You did. Okay. So at the start of the episode, we told you to stick around for a special surprise. So I want to do the honours. Me and Jack have decided to start up a fantasy Premier League. All you need to do is download the Premier League app on the App Store or Google Play. The Premier League app, the official Premier League app. Sign up or log in if you've already got an account. Create your team in fantasy. And then join our league using the code in the description. We will link a special code. Not a link, but we'll give you the code. And you can join the fantasy league by going, if I remember, you go to the leagues and cups and create and join new leagues and cups. Then you click join the league and cup and you put in the code that we have given you.
Yeah, and I do just want to say that this isn't sponsored in any way, shape or form.
No,
we just wanted to, create a little challenge, and you never know, there might be a special something for, the winner of the league. So, tune in for every episode, and we might do something there. But anyway, on to the outro, unfortunately. Yeah, I know it's been fun this week, hasn't it? If you're
Yeah.
listening on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and go check out our Spotify page too. And if you're listening on Spotify, then don't forget to give us a 5-star review. It really helps us and encourages us to keep making quality content. Thank you for joining. I've been Jack. This has been Chaz, and we are hammering the Premier League.